Hey everyone, today we're going to be making our basic bodice block. Our first measurement is going to be from the highest point on our shoulder to our back waist. At the top of that line, we're going to square out the measurement from the nape of our neck at center back to our shoulder tip and square down 3 inches. Next, measure from center back at your neckline to center back waist and use that measurement to measure up on our first vertical line and make a mark. From that mark, square out 4 inches. Next, we're going to take our back bust line measurement. We're going to measure from center back across to the side seam, and we're going to add 3/4 of an inch. If you're using a dress form, this is going to again to be that 2 inches below the arm plate. Use this measurement to draw a horizontal line out from our first vertical line, being sure that you're drawing it at a 90-degree angle. At the end of that horizontal line, be sure to square up just like we did for the front of the bodice. Our next measurement is going to be from center back waist to our shoulder tip, and we're going to add 1/8 of an inch to this measurement. Then we're going to connect from the bottom left corner of our drawing and rotate that again up until we hit that vertical line on the far right side. Our next mark is going to be on our top horizontal line, and it's going to be the measurement from our center back neck to our high point shoulder minus 1/8 of an inch. Next, we're going to take our shoulder length measurement and add 1/2 inch. And from the mark that we made on the top horizontal line, we're going to use this measurement to draw a line through the point that we made earlier on the right vertical line. This measurement may or may not go past the diagonal line that we made earlier. Using this line as a guide, we're going to square down to hit our second horizontal line on the left hand side. Once again, we're going to decide where we want our dart to be at for our back bodice, and we're going to measure from center back out on our pattern piece to create the mark that's going to end up being our first dart leg. From that mark, we're going to measure out 1.5 inches to the right for our other dart leg, and we're going to mark the center of those 2 lines. Along that same line, we're going to measure out the measurement from our center back waist to our side seam plus 1.5 inches for the dart intake plus 1/4 inch for our ease. From that mark, we're going to square down 3/16 of an inch, and we're going to take our side seam measurement and we're going to start it at that mark and rotate it until it hits our right vertical line. Our next line is going to be squared up from the center of our dart, and it's going to be the same measurement as our side seam minus 1 inch. Now we're going to connect this line to the 2 marks that we made for our dart leg, and we're going to go past these 2 marks by 1/8 of an inch. To create our waistline, we're going to draw slightly curved lines from our dart legs to our center back waist and to our side seam waist. To create our shoulder seam, we're going to find the midpoint of this line, and we're going to draw a 3-inch line out from there towards our dart point. On either side of this line, we're going to mark out 1/4 of an inch, and we're going to draw our right dart leg connecting the 3-inch line to the right 1/4 inch mark, going past 1/8 of an inch. Take the measurement of this dart leg and use that measurement to draw the left dart leg going through that 1/4 inch mark. Finish making the shoulder seam by connecting the dart legs to the neckline and to our shoulder tip. Our next line is going to be drawn 1/4 of the way from our neckline to our waistline, and we're going to square a line out from that point, the measurement from our center back to our mid armhole plus 1/4 of an inch, and we're going to square up and down at the end of that line. Now we can draw our armhole in using our French curve just like we did on the front bodice. To create our neckline, we're going to angle up a straight line 3/8 of an inch out from our intersecting lines that we have for it right now, and we're going to use our French curve again to create that neckline. Now we can add our seam allowance, our punch holes, and our notches, and true all of our darts. Now that you're done with your pattern, all you have to do is cut it out of muslin, sew it up, and make sure that it fits.